Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Mediak podcast. There was a little bit of lag, but actually, at this point, I don't really care anymore. So, you know what? We're just going to tank through it. You can hear it fine. Spotify people, you guys are vibing. And, in 30 seconds, we're going to be looking at gameplay anyway, so it doesn't matter what my face looks like.
I agree.
Is there audio lag at all, Skylar? Before I keep going?
No, it's just your lips. Your lips are
Okay.
off. It looks like you're like the subtitled,
I'm okay with that.
like bad dub.
I'm okay with that. That's living. So we got the Christmas tree back there because it's after Thanksgiving, therefore it is automatically Christmas for the next like 4 or 5 weeks. Nutcrackers up there, 28 days until Christmas. This is the big day. We got my boy the snowman over there. Yeah, there's other Christmas stuff. Oh, I also added an Undead Unluck volume over there because I'm quite enjoying the show. So I wanted to rep that a little bit. It's right up there where my pointing at.
Oh,
Undead
Undead
Unluck.
Unlucky. I see
Yeah,
it.
it's good shit. Yeah, Skylar, you had a story you wanted to tell. Well, you wanted to tell me, but you didn't want to tell it on the podcast. I'm making you tell it on the podcast.
Uh, yeah. So
I'll flip
if
over to
you
game.
are unaware, I play volleyball, and I was talking to like one of my friends who graduated whenever I was a freshman, and I was like, hey, next practice we're gonna be doing like different like sets and stuff, right? We want to find different like stacks. I was like, I have a couple in mind. Was there any? He was a setter, so if you know what that is, then you would know that they would know a lot of them. So I was like, is there any of them that like that aren't like the basic ones that you think went well? And he told me a couple, and then I was like, okay, what if we did this? And he's like, I don't know if that one would work because of this, and whatever. And long story short, he's like, are you going to be going all the way around? And I was like, more than likely. And he's like, I wouldn't run too many of them then to make sure you save your arm. And
Dude, he's being an absolute unit.
as
This is
I
a
was
guy that
type,
graduated like 3 years ago. What a king.
yeah, like yeah, in mine, I'm a senior now, and he graduated when I was a freshman, and I still talk to him.
Yeah, and you've seen him like
Um,
twice throughout the last like
yeah,
4 years.
I've seen him like more than that.
Oh, probably. Yeah, you're right. You're
I
right.
snap him.
You're right. That
Yeah,
counts. That
but
counts. Talk to him on LinkedIn.
um. Yeah, I did. I did message him on LinkedIn, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so as I was typing, it's fine. I'll just tip with like my head in my left hand. He goes, you'll be fine. Just tip with your head. And I was like, there is no way this man knew I was gonna say that. I was like,
You guys are one in the
I was
same.
just about to say that. How did you know? And let me find his exact
You guys
response.
are the same.
Um, yeah, it was funny. Um, And then he talked to me about potentially having an alumni game,
That'd be hype.
in which
I
I
would
would
I would
say,
consider coming back for that.
I would smoke you and show you old guys how to play. And he said, are you calling me old? And I said, yes, I am.
Skylar, if you consider
Uh,
Nico an alumni player, I'm gonna put on record that
I'm calling
I would be
Jimmy.
interested in. I know this before the podcast. You mentioned that Nico would be an alumni player, and
Potentially, yeah, he could
it
be.
potentially that would
Yeah.
deem me an alumni player.
And me one. Yeah, it would. Yeah, I did mention you too. But
Ooh. Getting
yeah,
a
I
ball
did
from
say,
Jimmy, that would be a little scary, don't you think?
oh yeah, also in mind, for context, Jimmy is a very good setter. One of my favorites I've played with, and I've
He's
only played with him for
beautiful,
a year. Yeah.
and
Um,
also he's a really good setter,
yeah.
but
And
manly
then
beautiful.
later on, he said, "You won't even recognize me."
Oh my god.
And you won't even recognize me. I gained 15 rounds of muscle. And I immediately responded, you wouldn't recognize me. I gained 16. So that is how my conversation with Jimmy went to. And then it went, and I was like, he's like, oh, where did it all go? With the
Oh,
winky
sad.
face. And I was like, my ear. And he's like, you must be a great listener. I was like, you would think that.
Dude, that was so sly. Damn, man. Makes sense that he's a Sigma male.
Yeah, Jimmy
What an
is
absolute unit.
awesome.
He is.
Oh, yeah, and Zach, this is new news for you. We have a tournament at Grove City this weekend that is 20 teams.
20? How long is that going to
20 teams.
be?
It's 5 pools of 4 teams. Grove City has 5 teams.
Holy crap, bro.
They have a like, they called it like red and white, and they have 3 alumni teams. And Jimmy told me that their alumni team is gross because they have a setter who is 6'5" and can hit lefty. So
Is he the guy that wore the last year we had a
he wasn't on the we didn't
Okay.
play him.
Okay, I remember we played an
Jimmy.
alumni team last year, and there was some unit who it was like a couple days after the big Kanye West incident, and he wore like Yeezys and a Kanye jersey to the tournament. And I was
They were
like,
done.
that
I don't
is
think it's
an interesting man.
I don't think it's him.
Okay, that's good because he was scary. He was actually really good at the sport too, so it wasn't even like I could make fun of him for doing that.
Yeah.
It was scary.
So, Zach, how did your break go? Since we're doing a little
It was
catch up.
fine. I said that I would upload 2 videos, and then I didn't do that because of laziness.
I saw that.
Yeah, I was like, I just don't wanna. Like, it simply is that, and
I
no one
liked your
really
one
cares.
edit in your video. It's like, JK, I lied.
Yeah, not true.
Yeah.
I thought that was great. Yeah, it's whatever. I mean, no one was seriously expecting me to do 2. So I mean, other than probably Skylar, but
Yeah, it was.
yeah. But other than that, it's whatever. I animated a lot. I finished up. I don't know if I've ever talked about it on the podcast, but in my Halo videos, I've talked about this animation I'm doing with Cassie, and I finished up the majority of my side of it. So in like 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks or something like that, Cassie's going to be uploading the completed thing to her Instagram, and then I'll be using the completed thing in a video that I am making on the entirety of JJK, but that's going to come out whenever the second season is done.
Yeah. Oh, I guess we'll just cut this. Apparently, there was no delay in the episodes coming out.
Oh, we don't have to cut this. No, we talked about we could talk about it in news, but I saw a thing that was like, actually no, we'll talk about it now, and we don't have to bring it up in news. They're just gonna release the unfinished episodes. Like that's just what they're doing for the rest of the season. So the rest of season 2 is just gonna be, in the animators' opinions, incomplete.
It still looks really good.
Well, that's fair. I mean, I would prefer for them to get the finish what
I'd prefer them to be like 100% confident in what they're putting out and feel like it's complete. But I've seen some completed animation, and it wasn't as good as their incomplete animation.
That's true, but from an artist standpoint, like I know whenever I'm turning in like something as little as a project for class, if I didn't do that, like if it didn't turn out the way that I wanted to, I'm like genuinely embarrassed to turn it in. So I understand where they're coming from.
Yeah, I mean, I do too. In a way, I don't have that artist perspective.
Yeah, of course,
but
I get it.
I do know about turning it in before you're 100% done.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess that's just like a little like tip the hat to like their work.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, no, they're
It's
fucking
so
awesome.
phenomenal,
It
actually,
honestly
how-
is insane how crazy they are at animation.
All right.
One of the,
but
if not the best company there is. Because, like, think about it. There have been a billion other companies that have been put on crunch time, and their product has suffered because of that. But, like, they go on crunch time, and that shit looks fucking crazy. Not saying that should be the norm, but, like, this shit looks crazy.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Okay, moving on to... Wait, real quick. New York. You went to New York City.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Went for 3 days, 3 nights.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's where you get most of your Christmas shopping done, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair.
And some personal shopping because I save all my money for one time of the year.
That's so valid.
Yeah. So I got some stuff. I finished. Well, Caden gets lucky in this aspect. His birthday is right around there, so he gets his Christmas present down there, or his birthday present down there, and his Christmas presents down there.
Right.
So, yeah, so Caden makes out like a bandit, and I don't even know if Caden did really any of his Christmas shopping down there. It's kind of awesome.
That's great.
He did some, but I don't know about much.
He doesn't need to. It's Caden.
Yeah, but it was a lot of fun. Shake Shack, fantastic.
Never had, actually.
Top tier. Very, 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 very top tier.
So
I've got it both times. That's how good it was.
Mm.
And one time it was a 30-minute walk, and I debated on going back.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah, if that tells you anything. I also love the M&M store.
I love the M&M store. Yeah, no, M&M store is
I
fantastic.
Yeah, because so just for more context, we stayed in Soho. So we went from Soho to Times Square to the Pele store, the NBA store, and the M&M store, and we hit the Hershey store because it was right across the street.
Yeah, of course.
But I decided the M&M store is more fun, but the Hershey store actually has better stuff.
Yeah, fair.
That's what I think.
I haven't
But
been there since I became conscious. So like
wow,
I
it's been a while.
yeah, I know. I last time I was there I was probably 10, so like I don't know.
You were conscious of
Well, yeah,
it.
but like I didn't have an opinion that mattered.
You saying you do?
I meant like more than Ben. I like
I'm kidding.
like I have my
Yeah.
own opinion on things, which is different from like back then. I used to just take
Yeah.
YouTubers' opinions and say it was fact. That's just how it was.
Yeah.
Logan Paul would
Yeah.
be like, "I'm allowed to show people in the forest," and I was
And
like,
you're like, yeah, I'm allowed
"Yeah."
to show people before this.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
you
kidding.
are.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I hated
Um,
hating Logan Paul was something that was that was spawned with me. Like that was a perk that I got before the game even started. Um, doesn't matter. We should talk about the movie now. It's what 12 minutes into the podcast and we haven't even addressed
okay,
what
I'll
it
just
is.
wrap it up. Okay, I'll just wrap it up really fast. It was
No,
really
you're good. You're
funny.
good.
Um, Caden is I can't tell if he's funny on purpose or he's just
I can't tell that either,
situationally
man.
funny.
I've been trying my
Um,
best.
I also became dangerously addicted to Clash Royale
Mm.
over that. I went from 2,000 trophies, which I don't know if you played Clash Royale.
Kind of. Like
Um,
I've had it on my phone, but I don't
no,
play it
well,
very
I had
much.
2,000 trophies, and I went up to I am now at 5,700 trophies.
Do you play with Jimmy?
So, no, I need to find out if he plays.
I've actually played with Jimmy before.
No way.
Yes way.
Okay, I'm gonna after this I'm inviting him.
You're gonna send him an invite. Jimmy's pretty
Yeah,
awesome. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie, he probably has his own super active clan that he
Yeah,
runs.
probably. You know what? You're probably right about that.
Probably him. Okay, yeah, well, we can get into the movie.
Yeah. So I'll also address what they're seeing. I'm playing zombies. I'm playing Firebase Young Cold War, and the reason why is because I've had a very long day, and I just would like to relax a little bit. So I'm not doing anything thinky at the moment. But as you can guess by the thumbnail and the title of the video, we are finishing up our journey through the Lord of the Rings movies with Return of the King. So this movie, I have
It's
an
3 hours and 2 minutes.
dude. The fucking extended version is 4 hours and 20 minutes. So
I know.
it's crazy. I've
I think
also
it actually
heard.
might be longer than that, unless you just
Is it
checked it.
actually? I don't know. I don't
I think
remember.
it might be.
But
I'll
I've
check it.
heard that
I think it was like
the
14.
best way to watch it is not actually the longer version because you know the bit at the end where Aragorn like comes with the ghosts.
Yeah.
In the extended version, you know that he's coming like at that time before he actually appears, so it's not like a twist.
Oh.
Yeah, and people for that reason, I've seen a YouTuber named the Cosmonaut say that it is the superior way to watch it by watching the original version.
It is 4 hours and 23 minutes, the extended Uber, right?
That's crazy, man. That I like. Why are movies
Four
so
and a half
long?
hours. Yeah.
No, I get it though,
Um,
because there's a shit ton of stuff in those books, so it makes sense. I love this movie. I think this is better than Two Towers. Me and my mom had a discussion about it over break because, well, we were just talking about Lord of the Rings because, like, how can you not? It's one of the greatest film franchises of all time. But we definitively said that Fellowship was the best one. My mom said that uh, this one, the Return of the King, was the worst one in her opinion, and she was not indifferent towards Two Towers. She still really enjoyed it, but it was like middle of the road for her. And I was the same but reversed with the other two. You know?
yeah. Where you think this one's the best and
Oh
Fellowship's too?
no. The best one's definitely Fellowship of the Ring, but then two is the one I'm like indifferent towards because I think there's boring parts of two, but it has the Battle of Helm Deep. I think this one's pretty nuts to butts basically the entire time, and it's not really boring despite how long it is. And like there's just so much conclusive shit happening, and the end of the movie is so fantastic. Like if I were to
I agree.
you always go, is there one scene that you're thinking of? But there's two right now. And it's not just because they're the end of the movie, but in my opinion they're like the best scenes in the entire show. Not show, series. And it's whenever Gollum and Frodo and them are like on the bridge in Mordor, and they're like fighting over the ring, and like their brains are like all fucked up and Gollum falls into the lava. I love that scene, man. It's so good. And then the other one
Yeah.
is when they get back to Bag End, and
The Shire.
yeah, well, Bag End is the
Okay.
country. I just couldn't remember the name of the Shire where they live. But like they get back there, and the entire like series, they're like, "Oh, I can't wait to get back to home. I can't wait to get back to home. Like this is the only thing I want," and stuff like that. But they get back there, and then they're just kind of uncomfortable. They're just like,
Yeah.
we went on this giant massive journey, and we want to be happy and calm and relaxed, but after everything we've been through, it's just not possible anymore. And I think that is so awesome. Like that is such an awesome scene of just these people reacting to the experiences they've been through. Some of the best movies ever, like most realistic films on this planet, they don't even address what it's like to deal with consequences like this. And this is a fucking like fantasy movie.
Yeah.
You know, there's a wizard. He did some spells in this movie, and they're dealing with consequences of
There's
like
an evil
war.
ring with an evil eye who is talking to people through that and controlling them.
Exactly, and it
And there are
covers
things called
depression
orcs.
better.
And there are things called orcs.
Yeah,
Um,
gross things. Great
was
movie,
it one of
man.
the? I do think. I don't know how I want to rate these now. I'm so
I think they're
confused.
unrateable. I think it's best to rate them all as a trilogy.
I meant which one I personally like the best. I don't
Oh.
know which one I like the most
I
because I like was going through like Fellowship of the Ring and I was like, I don't really see it beating this one. And then I was like the next one, I was like, I don't really see it beating this one. Now I'm at this one, I'm like, I don't really see this beating this like any of them.
That's so fair, man. It's
I have
such a
no
good
idea because
series.
I think so many different parts of this one.
It's
I
it's
feel like
so awesome that you got to watch them as an adult. Like I'm really happy that I have a nostalgia for them on top of them being good movies. But man, I couldn't imagine like as an adult with a conscious brain watching these movies unspoiled. That would be so fun. Like I couldn't dude, it would be so fun. I have so much fun watching it now. Dude.
yeah,
I watch these
it was
movies yearly.
yeah, that's understandable. They might become one of my yearly ones.
That
Um,
valid.
I don't even know. I'm trying to think of because like obviously the notable scenes are obviously you said two of them. The biggest one is Frodo like turning and saying like the ring is mine, right?
Yeah,
Like
bro.
that was wild in my
Yeah,
mind.
that was so good.
I genuinely thought he was gonna like plop it in and somebody's gonna like catch it or something was gonna happen. I did not think Frodo was gonna be the problem. He was
Yeah.
like basically an ideal main character. Like like
I know, right?
stereotypical. I'm good because I'm good, and evil's bad because it's evil, like that. And then like in two, you started seeing him like start like swaying a little bit, and I was like maybe it was just like the scenarios that were going
Yeah,
on around,
yeah.
right? And I was like, okay, now everything's like kind of like quote unquote calm down for him. He isn't like straight up running from people anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He's just climbing. Um, and then Gollum wants to kill him now, but he doesn't know that. And Sam's like, hey, he wants to kill you. And Frodo's like, you're being insane to Sam. He would never. And then my my one of my favorite like little like things that they added was Gollum saying, "Watch him ask you for the ring. He just wants it for himself. Watch him ask you for it."
Yeah, dude,
And then
so
it
good.
happened. I was like, "Dang!" And then you saw like Frodo's eyes change, and I was like, "Oh, that was so good." Frodo's actor is
Yeah,
oh
bro, all of
so
them,
good
they're
in it.
so perfect. It's so
Yes,
good.
Sam was fantastic in this movie. I'm very happy he got
I
his happy ending at the end.
Yeah, dude, I love how it seems like they're dying. Like the walk to the volcano. It is like treacherous, and it is hard, and you could tell that they're like literally about like on death's row like as they're about to get there. It is so
I genuinely thought Frodo died. I
I
thought
know,
he died when
right?
he
It's
was jumping by the
crazy.
spider. I thought Sam was gonna finish it.
I think I'm gonna die. No, sorry.
I thought
You thought
I
Sam
thought
was gonna
Sam was
finish
gonna.
it?
I thought
Was that the
Sam was
point
gonna
whenever he
finish
was
the
like
journey.
dragging him?
It was the part whenever he was wrapped up by the spider and Sam like took the ring and
Yeah, yeah,
hid.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So the
I got
orcs didn't hurt him because they're like, he's just numbed. He's not
Yeah,
dead. And Sam's like, he's not dead. Okay, so then he stuck
yeah.
around a little bit longer. But so I thought he was dead because the orcs didn't come at this point. I was like, Sam's gonna have to finish this journey, and it's gonna be like he's gonna have to report back that Frodo couldn't do it, but he did it for Frodo and finished it,
Mm.
and something like that. So I thought that was how it was gonna end whenever the spider scene came along.
Oh crap.
But I love how throughout the entire thing, Sam was he was watching Gollum so heavy. Like he didn't watch, and
Yeah.
he was obviously paying attention to other stuff, but his like main focus was watching Gollum.
He wouldn't let him hurt Mr. Frodo.
I know it was
Dude, their
so
relationship is so
so
good.
good.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Um,
it was fantastic. But the scene I was gonna say
yes.
is at the end, whenever Frodo is writing his story.
I do like that.
Yeah, and
That
then
is a
you
good one.
see Bilbo Baggins on top of it, and then Frodo Baggins right underneath.
It's good
It's so
stuff.
good. Or whenever he was saying bye to Sam.
Oh yeah, dude. Dude, this movie's so emotional.
So
Like
good.
every
It's so
bit of
good.
it is.
This one might actually be my favorite, and then it
That's
might genuinely
fair.
go 3, 2, 1. I don't know.
Really? Dude.
Maybe. I really like 2.
That's fair. I see two is good.
2
There's
set
just
up so much stuff.
it did,
It
yeah.
was awesome.
I
Yeah. I mean,
also
1
the
set up the
Battle of
entire
Helm's
journey,
Deep is
but
so good. I think the Battle of Helm's
yeah,
Deep is actually better than the final battle of this movie.
I
But
agree.
that scene where Aragorn turns
Do you count
back
the
and he
final
goes,
battle as the big battle or the battle where Frodo's at the mountain? Which one's the final battle in your mind? Because technically, wouldn't it be the mountain
yeah,
because
it
that
would
was the
be the
main journey to
mountain,
destroy the ring?
but the final big battle, like a big fight.
I knew which one you were talking about. I
Yeah,
just
yeah. Like
was like,
I'd say
technically,
the
wouldn't it
final
be?
big fight. That's
Yeah, I didn't
that's
like
the
that. I mean, it was fine. I liked them just chucking stuff at each other from a
yeah, dude.
distance.
It was so
That was
good.
funny.
I love that scene. Actually, I can't remember. I'm sorry. I'm going back and forth on if this is in the extended edition or the original edition. But that scene where they get told that Frodo's dead, and and Aragorn walks out in front of the army and he turns back and he's like crying and he just yells for Frodo and then runs into the army. That scene is the epitome of like one of the best scenes. It's definitely in the extended edition then. Damn it. The way you're giving me that
Maybe,
look. Dude,
maybe.
it's such a great scene because the second all of them get told that Frodo's dead, that's like symbolism for the fact that they're going to lose this war. No matter if they beat that battle, it does not matter because if Frodo is dead, then they lost. And he just
Like,
turns
I
back.
think that happened in this one,
Did it?
but so I watched this movie from 8:30 to 11:30 and then had to go to class.
Yeah.
So, I think that was, like, the end part right before I went to class.
Okay.
And
That
then,
makes sense.
like, the stopping point for me was Frodo starting to put on the ring. That was where I
Okay.
had to pause. I'm
Okay.
very sad I had to pause. I debated on not going, but
No, that's so
um,
fair, dude. This movie,
but I
it's
did
so
have to go
good.
because I have to give a 40-minute presentation on Friday.
Yeah, that is a
So,
little important.
yeah, a little bit. So, I did go today.
Yeah, man. But like, just the fact that they're like, I don't even give a shit if we're gonna lose this fight because what's the point of doing anything if we're not gonna go down fighting? So he just charges into the battle like against the
When
entire
did that
army
happen?
by himself. Well, starting by himself.
I think because after that, I think it cut to Frodo.
Yeah, I think it did. Yeah, it did.
Yeah, I
That's
think it did.
so
I think
good,
that is
man. I love that scene though. I love that scene so much.
I like the other Hobbit, I forget his name, coming down to, like, fight, and Gandalf's like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he defends him, and the one Hobbit's just, like, scared,
I
and,
also really like I mentioned it earlier whenever I was talking about the contrast between the extended version and the non-extended version, but I love how hopeless it seems before Aragorn and the ghosts show up cuz like Gandalf his stick fucking breaks, right? Like the guy is not he's there, he's helping, but it's not like doing all that much.
yeah, I believe so.
It's this movie is just so emotional, man. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
This series is just peak fiction. It's hard to find something negative to say
Yeah,
about
no,
it because I genuinely just don't think there is.
yeah, I don't know. This is like insanely good in my thing. It's insanely high up. I
Hmm.
really enjoyed these. Like
As you
I
should.
enjoyed Harry Potter my first time through, and I've watched Harry Potter a couple times now.
Yeah,
I think I enjoy this more than Harry Potter.
I
Like
agree. I think. Well,
Harry Potter's very good still,
yeah.
but
I like Harry
um,
Potter. There's some highs and lows of Harry Potter, but I think it's both to its advantage and disadvantage that it's longer. I think having a very, 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 very solid trilogy is more powerful than having a good 8 movie span.
yeah, because it's 7 part 1 and 2.
Yeah,
But yeah, if this movie was split up into like it would be what like technically six.
yeah,
If you split it like in half, it'd be like roughly like hour, half hour, and a half hour, and a half hour, and
yeah,
a half.
something like that. Yeah,
I think it would be very choppy.
it would just wouldn't feel natural, and
And I
having it
feel like
all
you can't really
because
leave out any of the details either.
well, yeah, but well, I was gonna say it helps that it's a book. Well, the books are in threes. All the story just feels very conclusive within itself. It's good writing, man.
Yeah.
Good
Um,
shit. Do you wanna
trying to.
do you wanna give a number for the movie and then following that give a number for the series?
Yeah, we can do that, but there's still like a scene or two that I want to.
Oh hell yeah! Fucking lay them out.
Um, so I want to talk about the part where Gollum leads Frodo into the spider cave
Mm,
right after Frodo told Sam to go home,
yes.
right? So we get in there and I see like all these like webs on the wall, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking spider. But whenever Frodo was like, "What are these?" Or yeah, Frodo was like, "What are these?" And Gollum was like, "You'll find out." I was like, "Is this not a spider?" Like
Well,
going
like
around, I was like,
I feel like the
I thought
idea was
Gollum
you're
was
not
gonna be the one to
supposed to
kill him.
realize how large it was. Like
Oh yeah, it was
you couldn't
massive.
believe that
Lily
those
was
were
beside
webs.
me.
Oh,
Yeah, Lily was beside me, and I was like, if I was Frodo right now, I would probably like shit
bro,
myself.
I'd
That
piss my
is
pants.
terrifying.
I'd piss my
Yeah,
pants.
that is
That
terrifying.
thing is that is so scary.
Yeah.
Scary.
Homie turned on the light and saw nothing but a gigantic spider
Yeah.
like the entire time. And I thought Gollum was gonna be the one to kill him. I thought Gollum was like lurking around
Yeah.
and gonna kill him. But I guess not. And he ended up getting wrapped up. And I don't even know why Sam turned around. I mean, I know why he did, but if I was in Sam's position, I don't know if I would. Like,
Sam is the ultimate good.
yeah, he's
Sam,
actually like the I got your back. Like as a character, I
yeah,
got your back.
he's
Yeah,
he's the real
insane.
hero of the entire series.
He really
Without
is.
Sam, well, actually, if we're being honest, without any of the fellowship, the thing wouldn't have happened. You know, each of them were very crucial in
Do the two hobbits back at home count?
Merry and Pippin.
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah, they Mary didn't he? Wait, no, was it Pippin who touched the ball and got crazy? Or was
Oh,
that in the
I don't know.
extended version? I don't
Nope,
fucking.
that was in the regular one.
Okay, one of them
Um,
touched the ball and went
yeah,
crazy, and I
no,
feel
no,
like that
no.
definitely was crucial to the story. They also
Mm,
convinced the
yeah.
trees. They convinced the trees to fight in the second movie.
All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got a point.
Yeah. They were
Yeah.
cool.
I forgot they convinced the trees to
Yeah,
fight.
I also forgot about that too. And right whenever I had to
For
get
some
done
reason, I
myself, I
thought that
forgot
was
about it.
just Sam and Frodo.
Fair. Also two hobbits
Yeah, but I thought the other two were just kind of like
there for the ride.
there, and they were just like pretty much like helping Gandalf. Like
Yeah,
they like if you took them out, it would just be Gandalf. But no,
that's kind of what they did in the third movie for the most part. You know.
yeah, that's kind of why I thought it.
Yeah.
But you're I forgot about that part in the second one where
Hmm.
they played a big part in the second.
Yeah.
Um, because I mean they won the final battle because they did that.
Yeah.
But
Literally.
yeah, so winning a big battle is definitely pretty crucial in this.
Yeah.
Um, ooh, yeah, I think you're right. Every part of the fellowship is very important to winning.
Everyone is
Um,
even what's his
even
name?
Legolas.
Oh, Legolas especially. He's like the big dad.
So cool.
He protects everyone. You know,
Yeah.
he took down an elephant, or is that in the extended
The
version?
psychic can't.
The
No,
psychic
because I
tandem
said
elephant.
psychic tandem war elephant,
Well, I knew
which
the
I thought
elephants
was
were definitely in it, but I didn't know if that specific scene was.
no, it was because he got knocked off and he made like like the Lego Star Wars scream.
Yeah, yeah, bro.
I was like, that was so funny.
Oh, that's good. Um,
Um,
that's
the
we
other
both
part I
ummed at
liked
the same
was
time. Jinx, you owe me a soda.
okay, but it's gonna be Coke
Why?
because you never said which. But
That's fair, I guess.
uh, oh man, I forgot. Oh, I like the beginning where it was showing like Gollum as
Oh
Smeagol,
yeah, I
his
I, I
friend.
was gonna bring that up next too.
Yeah,
I like
I like
that.
that part, and he killed his friend over the ring.
Hmm.
Was
Well,
insane, and then you
that's
saw
just
him
what it is,
slowly go.
bro. That's
Yeah,
that they're showing how like he's still a hobbit, so he still has the natural resistance that like all hobbits do, but it shows how strong Frodo is.
Frodo.
Yeah, because he's able to do all of that while in fucking Mordor, which is the like ultimate strength place of the Sauron.
Yeah,
Homie's a goat.
and yeah, not even that, but like it was like 10 minutes with
Hmm.
Smeagol. It was like, I mean, from the movie perspective, 9 hours, basically 10,
Well, I mean,
and it
technically,
was
I guess
days.
Smeagol
It was
wasn't
days
aware
journey.
of the magic, so he'd be more likely to fall for it. You know,
It doesn't mean I don't think that really means too much
I think it
if
does.
it's
Like,
still super strong.
imagine there's like a little ledge where where a lot of people stub their toe. You're less likely to stub your toe if someone goes, "Hey, watch out for that ledge. You'll stub your toe."
Yeah, but at the same time, do you know how sometimes if you brace for a hit, it hurts more than if you just like took the hit?
I haven't been hit a lot because I
Okay, I
think I
guess not.
disagree with that statement.
Oh, well, um, okay, let me think of something else then.
It's just,
Um,
I guess that's fair, or we could just move on. It really wasn't that.
well, okay, in my mind, so he's not ready for the evil magic, right?
Yes.
So he hears these voices talking. He goes, "Ah,
Okay.
I wonder if that's evil magic." I feel
You
like
know,
it's pretty
honestly, I
easy.
wouldn't, bro. I just hear them all the time. I'd just be like, Jim, you're back. It's been
Just what?
forever.
Like, when did you get here?
I thought I got rid of you, but I mean, it's happy to see you
Yeah.
again.
Oh, you're back again? Yeah.
Yeah, and then he'd be like, Jim, yes, that was me. And then he'd
Yeah,
take
and
over me.
it's like
I'd be
destroy
like,
humanity, and you're
sure.
like, oh.
I mean, I guess I gotta, you know?
Yeah, I feel like that might be the one scenario in which it's like, huh, okay, that's probably magic, like the evil magic.
Nah, I disagree. It's 100%. Like, I mean, I'd just be like, yeah. No, I'm kidding. Definitely. Probably, maybe evil magic. Maybe if he doesn't know the lore or if it's possible for there to be evil magic. That'd be like the only possible option.
Yeah. So, um, that's wild. Um, oh, what was the other thing? I like how. Oh wait, no, that was Adventure Time.
What?
Sorry, I was watching Adventure Time too.
That's fair.
Um, spoiler for what we watching. Um,
Oh yeah. Well, I mean
all right.
that's just always on the
Is there
docket.
is there another scene I want to talk about? Honestly, I'm just impressed with Smeagol's intelligence and his
Yeah,
manipulation.
he's a smart motherfucker. Like, do you think
Yeah, putting the
that's
crumbs
partially
on
Sauron?
Sam,
Do you think
partially.
Sauron's giving him
I
any of those ideas because he's like affected by the ring?
I don't know. That's a good point.
I don't know.
I feel
Oh,
like no,
I could go back and forth on it because like I could hear both arguments and be like, yeah, that makes
because
sense.
I think he's trying to do anything, and he's trying to think of how can I get Frodo? How can I get Sam out of this picture?
Yeah,
And
he's
it's make
desperate,
Frodo hate Sam. How do I make Frodo hate Sam?
right?
Well, I mean, he's already super exhausted, and I think they talked about how little food they have.
Right.
Sam eats the last bit of the food.
Yeah. I guess it
Boom.
wouldn't
Next time
be.
he's gone, I can kill him. I can take the ring. I get the ring back.
It's
Boom.
not that complicated of a plan if you think about it. So I guess you could come up with it
No, but I mean,
without a evil wizard.
planning like the crumbs on Sam was pretty good.
Yeah,
And
I
then
mean, he's
Tilly's
a
like, he's gonna ask.
malnourished guy. Like, I mean, I don't really think if I don't eat breakfast. So like, it's really impressive he thought it all.
Yeah, Gollum is very malnourished. I can
Yeah,
see
he
his
eats
spine.
rabbits and goes yummy. No cook, no
Yeah, fish.
cook.
Yeah, and fish.
Yeah, and fish. Yeah, just hits him with a rock. Well,
Um,
actually, sometimes his hand.
Yeah, I didn't like that whenever he was like in the beginning when they were showing him. It's like
Mm,
I just eat a fish and you could see like the fish meat
yummy.
as like that's kind of yuck, but
Yay.
it makes sense for him.
Yeah.
Um, all right, I'm ready to get my number now. Unless there's a scene that you want to talk about.
No, I kind of took the reins on this one and beat you to the talking about it. I'm
Yeah, a
sorry
little
about
bit.
that. Usually I wait until Skylar goes, "Did you have a scene or anything you wanted to talk about?" But no, I was like, I'm coming out
I
the bat
got a scene I
swinging.
want to talk about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I'm ready
Um,
to go. Some might be just impressed that I came prepared to the podcast this time, but
I
you
know.
know,
Usually you're never prepared.
oh yeah, true.
Crazy. Um,
I have a
I would
board. I have a
say
board that
this is
says
like
otherwise.
you do. Um, I would say this is like a 9.7.
That's a 9.7.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. I'd give this one
I think I gave the other ones a 9.5, and I think this one's slightly better.
I'll give this a flat 9 because
To your
I
mom.
feel as though I am less inclined to rewatch this one by itself than the other two. You know,
I don't know. I think I would watch this one on its own.
hmm. That's fair.
I really like the climb portion.
Hmm. I agree. I can't
And that's
knock
a
you for that because like I think all three of these movies are essentially perfect.
yeah, I do as well.
So like,
Um,
it's
I
really
do have to
like,
go back through them again though. I
huh?
probably will. I'll probably have to go back through them again and then let you know like how I officially feel about all of them.
You gotta watch them
Yeah.
40 times like me.
Yeah, I gotta watch them yearly for the next 10 years and maybe I'll have a good opinion.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
uh, the series as a whole, I'm probably just gonna give a 10.
Yeah, series is definitely a 10.
I I
This is
don't
the
know if
best
there's a
film
different
series
trilogy
of
I'd
all
pick
time.
over it. So, like, I'm trying to compare it just in trilogies, and I don't know if there's another trilogy I'd pick over it. Like, I don't like Guardians of the Galaxy as much as this.
That's fair. The
Um,
second one just doesn't hold up.
no, the third one, if it was
So
like the
good.
first, if it was like if all three of them were on the scale of the third one, I think it would have it'd be a debate. Like you
Yeah,
can pick
I
one or
agree with
the
that.
other. But I think the first one is slightly worse than the Lord of the Rings movies, and I think the third one is right on par. And the second one just
Yeah, I get it. I
yeah.
don't think it's bad. Like I think
No, I
the
don't think it's
second,
bad, but
yeah.
it's like in
It's just not
it's
in
like we're talking about
competition,
like
you know?
we're talking about like nines and higher, and I think
Yeah.
that one's chilling at
It's
like
just
8.
not it's
So
just
it's
not a
like it's a
9.
noticeable difference.
Yeah, it's not a
So
9.
yeah. So I think that's how we do it. Like even if like even this would you split the Spider-Man movies into trilogies like Tom Holland
I
has like
I
his
don't even
Andrew
know,
Garfield has
man.
his,
You know
but
what?
like those aren't even close.
You know what? I do think that Tom Holland's specific trilogy counts as a trilogy because other than like outside of other Marvel movies, the trilogy of Spider-Man movies really is about Peter becoming Spider-Man. And that's
Yeah.
really rare with Marvel movies. It's very rare that there's an overarching story between all three of them. So I'll give props to that. I guess
Yeah, the
Guardians of the Galaxy
Homecoming.
is in the same category too. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
I don't put
Homecoming
the
was
Spider-Man trilogy on the same tier as Guardians of the Galaxy or Lord of the
I
Rings.
don't even think I don't think any of the Tom Holland movies are in the same tier,
No.
sadly.
Yeah, I would say no. The
They're
closest
all
one would be
they're all like
Homecoming.
as good as Guardians of the Galaxy 2
I
or
I'd say
worse.
they're slight. I'd say the
I feel
first
like right,
Spider-Man
right, they're right.
movie and this last Spider-Man movie are better than the second Guardians of the Galaxy.
The first one and then
Spider-Man
Far From
Homecoming and
Home.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Really? Homecoming. I thought Homecoming was gonna be the worst.
I love Homecoming. I think Homecoming is the best Spider-Man movie. That's
What was the
not
middle
the
one?
Into Spider-Verse movies.
Yeah, the Into the Spider-Verse movies don't
The
count
middle
yet.
one was the Mysterio movie, and I think that movie relied too much on the fact that Mysterio there was supposed to be a Mysterio twist, but like if you knew about Spider-Man for the last like 40 years, then you would know that Mysterio is a
Yep,
typical
that
villain
guy.
of his. Yeah,
Yeah, but I think the Mysterio one was better. It had a lot
that's
better
fair.
visuals.
That's
The
fair.
Mysterio visuals were crazy, and I like
Yeah,
how it really messed with Peter.
yeah, that is true. But I just
That's why I give the Slate edge, and I think Homecoming's the worst one.
that's fair. But like, I implore you to rewatch Homecoming with the idea of
I'm
this is
gonna
a
I'll just
friendly
rewatch it.
neighborhood Spider-Man. You know, Like that is the definitive like kid Spider-Man.
Okay, but then can you rewatch the second one with Mysterio with the idea that he's the I want to be a big hero and I
I
want to
have.
have some help because I also want to be a kid?
But I did watch it with that, and I still think it's good, but I don't know. It's not the same thing for me. It hits different vibes.
That's fair. I mean, obviously you're gonna have a different opinion than me. We're
Of
not gonna
course.
agree on everything,
That's how life
but
works.
um,
Don't need to
yeah.
tell
I
you
mean, we
that
all have
because
them
you're
like
an
probably
adult.
we have
Yeah.
them right around. Yeah, I'm wrong because I didn't watch it 10 times
Yeah,
yet. My
what the
bad.
fuck,
Uh,
man? No, I'm kidding.
uh, I mean, we have them all right around the same
Yeah,
tier.
it's they're superhero
And none of
movies
them are close to
anyway.
Lord of the Rings. So,
Yeah, true. So it doesn't matter. Let's get into news
um,
because we only got 20 minutes. Well, actually, we could go a little over the podcast because why not? But averagely, we have about 20 minutes left. I don't think there was a lot
oh
of news.
wow, we didn't
Yeah,
even talk about JJK yet.
I know, right? We're 40 minutes in. It's crazy. Okay, what news do I have? Dave Filoni is now the chief creative officer at Lucasfilms. Nicholas Hoult is Lex Luthor in the new Superman movie. Venom 3 started filming again. We see some Madam Web stuff. I don't know if I talked about that last week, but it looks horrible. Um, the Shang-Chi director is no longer directing Avengers the Kang Dynasty, but he's still going to work on Shang-Chi 2 and the Wonder Man series. And I think that might be
It looks like it
it.
works for Shang-Chi too.
I'm excited for Shang-Chi too. I like Shang-Chi more.
Me as well. As long as it keeps the same director, I think it'll be good.
It is the same director. He did
Yeah, well, that's what I'm
fantastic with
saying.
those fight scenes. They were so good.
He did. I love the rings, the power of the rings, and like how he used them. They were cool.
Yeah. It just was basically Dragon Ball but in a movie.
It basically was, yeah.
Yeah. That's all of my news, by the way. I spammed through that in literally 30
Um,
seconds.
so I saw. I don't know if this is necessarily news. It's like video game news, I guess technically.
Yeah, that
But
counts.
I saw one thing that was the voice actor for Venom in Spider-Man 2 apparently only used the game only used like 5% of his voice lines.
Really?
So that hints at the fact that there might be a Venom game
Well, people
coming
think
soon. 'Cause
that. I haven't finished.
I
I haven't
know,
played the game though, so I don't know how that story like
yeah,
concludes.
I don't know either. I didn't play the game yet either. I saw someone say that he only used like 5%, that he felt like he recorded a lot more than
Yeah.
they actually used, which I mean, obviously you're gonna record more than you use,
Yeah.
but um apparently he felt like it was like a gigantic difference, and to the point where they might be making a Venom game, which
Interesting.
would be cool. Don't know
But
how that would go because he's a bad guy.
the only
But could be
counter I
cool.
have to that is like,
Why?
yeah, like why would
Why?
they pay him for one
They just
game and then use his voice for two games? That doesn't make sense to me.
it could like them starting and then them adding later.
Yeah, it probably. What my theory is, I bet they had a bigger
Cut it.
storyline for Venom and then they just cut it. You know,
That's what I think.
that's what I'm thinking.
Either
But
either that or they recorded like the same portion of
mhm,
things a lot and just trying to find like one thing that they liked.
yeah, like a good
Like
balance
it was
of
like a different
whatever.
different like one-liners for when he was fighting Spider-Man, or
Yeah,
if that happens in the game.
yeah.
I'm
I don't.
assuming it does. But if he fights, I'm assuming he recorded a ton of different one-liners
I
and
see.
they
I would
picked one that
really
he liked.
like for there to be a Venom game, and a lot of the leaks are showing that there would be. But with all of the confirmed games that they're working on, I feel like adding
They
another
want
one might
time.
just downgrade the other games. You know,
Yeah.
because like
I want them to make another game like Spider-Man Friend or Foe, if you remember that
I
one.
do remember that one. I don't think that company will because they have they have a very stocked bucket. But I would
Yeah.
be interested in seeing that. Was that the fighting like all Spider-Man games are
1v1.
fighting games. I'm trying to figure out a way to word it in a way
It could
that
be like
makes sense.
no, you go through like the story and you can like unlock the different like Spider-Man like heroes and villains as
Oh,
you go through
okay.
everything. The
It
PlayStation
wasn't like the
2.
multiverse one, right?
I don't think so. It had
Okay.
like the lizard.
Okay.
Like you could play as the lizard and Spider-Man and fight bad guys.
Okay. Okay. I got you. That's cool. Yeah, I
If
got
you
it.
remember now.
Yeah, I never played it, but I've watched YouTube videos of it. I know what you're talking about.
Me and Caden played it a
That's
lot.
so hype.
Yeah, I would like that game to return strictly because of nostalgia. But
He's tier 3. Damn, this gun sucks. It's whatever. But yeah, no, that's so valid. I'm excited for Wolverine. I want that very badly.
excited for Deadpool 3.
I mean Wolverine the video game. Not. I am excited for that movie too.
Ooh, Deadpool 3 is as good as Deadpool 1. Is it
I think it's
comparable to
gonna be the
the
best
Lord
one.
of the Rings trilogy?
No, I think I no because I love Deadpool, but like they're good because they're entertaining. You know, they're not like the best quality of movie.
That's fair. Ryan
I,
Reynolds is
yeah,
very entertaining.
I love him. I don't mean that in like any negative way. I love an entertaining movie. I enjoyed watching Morbius. So like I I don't know.
Many people would not call that an actually, they probably would.
I had a I see. Here's the thing. It's an entertaining movie to watch once with a group of friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, never ever again. Do you want to do what we watching before we get into JJK?
Yeah, we can.
Cool.
You
You
wanna
go
start?
first. Oh no, I'm rock paper scissors. Verbal. I have hand on the sticks. Sorry. Ready? I'll count down. Whenever I say one, we then say whatever we're using. Okay.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Rock.
Paper.
Okay. Well, yeah, that works. Yeah, you
Was
can go
mine
first.
after?
Yeah, it was slightly after, but you know what?
Oh, was?
Yeah, but I think that's just kind of like how it works, you know?
Yeah.
I also don't
Um,
really care enough to redo it, so just go.
I don't either. Okay. Wait. If I won, wouldn't that mean you go first?
Wait, you didn't want to go for? I thought we were going for who wants to. You know what? I'll go first. All right, we'll
Awesome.
pause that. I continue to watch Fire Force because I'm doing that while drawing. You know, I was gonna switch back to the other cam, but I'm not. I don't want to do that effort. I beat Miles Morales. I'm done with it. I finished the game.
Oh, wow.
97% because I'm not doing all of the crime challenges.
Oh.
I watched Silver Linings Playbook with Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence, and that movie is phenomenal. Like probably a 9 out of 10. I think Skylar should watch it. I think Skylar would like it a lot. I officially finished Teen Wolf by watching the Teen Wolf movie.
Nice.
Dude, it was sick. I honestly don't know my opinion on the movie because it just is a complicated thing. It
You get your opinion on the series as a whole?
Dude, it's like
Thumb up,
it's
thumb
a thumb
side,
up.
thumb
I think
down?
it's worth the watch. If you like supernatural stuff, I think you'll love Teen Wolf. Just a general statement. If you're looking for a very intense and well-written story, you're probably not going to find that here. But if you're looking for really well-written characters and fun characters that work well with each other, you're going to love Teen Wolf. And that's all that matters. Okay, next up, I continue watching Undead Unlock, and I read the manga for the first 3 issues because that's what I have, and I'm really enjoying it. And I started drawing some stuff about it. Me and G are continuing to watch Invincible. We just finished episode 4, so we're over halfway through it. We are playing Battle for the Bikini Bottom on my PlayStation because it's G's favorite video game of all time. So we're going through that.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's fun so far. I enjoy it. A couple nights ago, me and my mom and my brother watched Isle of Dogs by Wes Anderson, and starring a shit ton of people. And that movie was really good. I enjoyed it quite a lot. And then another movie we watched with my mom was the 6th One Piece movie that was made by the Studio Ghibli people. And that movie's fucking crazy, and I heavily recommend it. And if you're expecting closure, don't put a lot of expectations into it because you're not going to get closure. You're just going to get shown a lot of really weird and dark images, and then you're just going to have to deal with it. That's what this One Piece movie is. That's what it is, and it's great. It's fantastic.
How far is your mom?
In One Piece? She's approaching Water 7, so she finished Skypiea, and she finished Long Ring Long Land.
What episode number?
I have no clue, I'm sorry. Like, maybe 300.
Okay, I was gonna ask over 300, under 500.
It's under 500. It's somewhere in the 300 to 350 range, or but it's actually it's more accurate to say like 275 to 350 range, something like that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she's still got a good lead on me.
Yeah, you'll catch up in no time. It's okay. She watches it a lot. She likes One Piece.
She's gonna hit filler, and then I'm gonna catch up.
No, she skips filler now.
Oh, she's cheating.
No, she's not cheating. She's just doing what you're doing, but slightly worse because it's still shorter and it's still longer.
Is that all?
Yeah, you can start going now.
Okay. So I finished regular show again.
Again? Oh wait, yeah, you told me you're starting it again.
Yeah, and I finished it. I started Haikyuu, and I'm on episode like 15 of season 1.
That's hard.
Um, I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy it so much more than I thought I would.
That's good. I've only
It,
ever watched the first 2 seasons and I quite enjoyed them.
um, so it's actually taking away from my One Piece reading
Mm.
because whenever I'm in my free time, I'm like, I want to
I'd
watch
rather do
IQ.
that. That's funny.
Yeah, I'd rather watch IQ right now. And so I'm still at the beginning of what I believe to be Skypiea because they're going to a sky island. Um,
What would give you
and
that
I,
idea?
I yeah, I don't know. Other than the fact that you told me Sky
Yeah,
Island's name.
maybe.
Um, so I've been doing that. Me and Lily are going through Adventure Time still. We're on like season 6. She has seen the Lich,
Ooh,
and that is like where I think Adventure Time really kicks it up is whenever they bring in the Lich.
true.
Um,
All the lore is so good.
it is. It's so good. And the last episode we watched is whenever the Lich goes to Prismo and makes his wish, and Finn makes his wish, and Jake
Ooh.
wishes for a sandwich.
Dude,
Um,
that series of
which is
episodes,
honestly,
I
it's not
remember
a
when that
sandwich.
came out. That was so good.
I didn't realize this my first time through. Jake's had 2 opportunities for wishes, and he's wished for a sandwich both times.
That's good. I mean, as one should.
If you remember when he stretched the hot dog people all the way across, he wished for a
Yeah,
sandwich and then passed out. And then he got that Prismo, and he's like, "Can I have a sandwich like this big?"
dude, it's
And he's like,
so
"Whatever
good.
bread you have is fine."
That's
He's like,
so
"Dude, I'll
good.
just make you a sandwich."
That's so good, man.
Yeah, then him and Prismo were just chilling.
Bro, my favorite podcast of all time, they ranked kid shows in a
No,
tier
you
list.
told me about this. No, I'm
About
not
Adventure
watching it.
Time, they said
Yes, Adventure Time, Scooby Doo, regular show.
they
No,
said anyone who likes the humor of Adventure Time is loser humor. They said it's
bro,
loser humor.
bro, I definitely got hella loser humor though. I think the show
Dude,
is hilarious.
this show's really funny. They were
And
gooning
what they say
on
about
Jake the
regular show
dog.
humor.
He said it was fine. He said it's a mid show.
Okay. I was gonna say I think that show's a lot funnier,
It is a
but
lot funnier. I agree with that.
I think they're close. But
I think if Adventure Time was allowed to swear, it would be a lot funnier.
yeah. But I don't know. Them saying "Oh my glob" is hilarious to me.
I don't know, man. Like
It's so
that
funny.
hits a little bit of the cringe territory, is the glob stuff.
No, because always LSP and LSP's so extra.
Yeah, I hate her. She's the worst character in the show.
I think she's funny.
I want to drop
But
kick her.
you
Like
can't.
she's
She's got
floating so
legs.
perfectly too, and she's like made of cotton, so like she's the best character to drop kick because it wouldn't hurt.
And you can't drop kick her because she doesn't have legs.
Well, she doesn't need legs to be drop kicked. I need legs to drop kick her.
But drop kicking isn't that when you sweep out the legs?
No, that's sweeping out the legs. Drop kicking is whenever I run at someone and jump and use both of my feet to kick them at the same time.
My bad. I didn't mean to mix those up.
No, you're good.
Yeah, you're right. You could drop kick her.
Yeah, exactly. She's the best one for it.
What else? I don't know. I think there's a lot of fart humor, but Jake's farts are always so perfectly timed
Dude, they
that
said that
like
Jake is the worst character. They said he's annoying.
no, he's not. Jake is the best.
Jake rocks. I love Jake. I think
I want to
Finn's,
bite
I
you
like Finn.
people. They're so wrong. Jake is so
Facts.
funny.
They're
Jake is
doing it to
easily
make
the
people
best
mad
character.
though. Well, actually, not Schlatt wasn't, because Schlatt says the perfect cartoon is a cartoon that doesn't have a story.
That's just wrong. I think Avatar's insane.
He gave Scooby Doo
That's
an
weird.
S tier, so
Scooby Doo is an S tier,
Yeah.
but it's a different S tier.
he said you literally cannot beat Scooby Doo.
Yeah, you can't. But again, it's something different.
Yeah.
Like it's 2 different types of cartoon. I don't want to get. I'm gonna start getting
Yeah,
angry over
this sounds like a
We need to
Christmas
move.
episode. This sounds like a Christmas episode where we make our own tier list. I think
Ooh, that's a good idea.
yeah, I think that's what this is chalking
Aiden
up
and
to.
Skylar join in for Family Guy.
I think they join in just for a 20-minute conversation on Family Guy. That'd be
Yeah.
we should have an entire episode regarded to that. That's too risky though. We could talk about it. We could talk about it.
There, you can make edits.
Yeah, an hour of edits. That one is something that maybe I don't want to do. Maybe we do it and I just keep it on the back burner and I work on it slowly for like 10 years.
Yeah. That works.
Yeah, that works.
Well,
We can talk about it more, but I think we should talk about JJK because
bro, it's so good.
there were two episodes
Was
that we haven't talked about because last week was
that was in New York.
yeah, he was in New York. So we have to talk about
Thank God we didn't try to
Magahora
record.
fighting.
There's no.
What was it?
Thank God we didn't try to record because there was no Wi-Fi.
Really?
Yep.
That fucking
It was
sucks,
rough.
dog.
I could barely load like YouTube.
Damn. I wouldn't
Yeah, it
survive.
was
I have
rough.
YouTube on all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, well that
I was playing
sucks.
Clash Royale.
What'd you think
Yeah.
about Sakuna versus Magahora?
Bro, that was awesome.
That fight was sick, man. 30% done apparently by the animators. They said they only.
I know. I saw that.
That's
and I was
crazy.
like, I couldn't even. The amount of memes that came immediately afterward were
Yeah,
insane.
Dude, it was like any of the homeless man walking through my hot pocket storm after
Yeah, my
he
honey
adapted
buns.
to it. Honey buns, yeah.
No, honey bun. Yeah, honey buns
Sorry.
and honey buns and bricks.
It's what bricks? Did they evolve?
Yeah, it's both.
It's gone up. I thought.
Yeah.
Damn, bro, I didn't know that.
They started doing honey buns taped onto bricks.
Oh shit, dude, the meta's changed.
But I loved whenever he was Megami summoned the guy.
He's like, sorry, man, I'll be the first to go.
Yeah, and then he goes, and he just flies,
him,
and it's like, yeah,
oh, shit.
And it's absolutely cracking. The other guy is like, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, and then Sukuna is like, well, he's dead. Can't let him die.
Yeah,
so
gotta bring him back.
I guess I have to fight this guy outside of the like ritual.
Yeah.
And he fights him. He's like, this guy's adapting. Whenever he goes like,
I think that
he spells his
Sakuna once
domain.
did you
Dude,
were
how
you
does
the
he do
one?
his-
Oh, it's
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Malevolent
Whenever he goes
kitchen.
like that, malevolent kitchen. Yeah. That's funny. It's a
Yeah,
malevolent
crazy.
shrine.
Yeah, I know.
But it was so sick just seeing him just like walk through it.
Yeah, man, that shit's so fire.
Is
the big guy here?
Oh, it was just all so good. And
True.
then
I think that Sakuna wants to go inside of Megami because I was discussing. G doesn't agree with this. She says that it doesn't make sense that he'd want to switch bodies. But I'd say that it does make sense because why would Sakuna want to be inside of someone that can fight off?
doesn't have person.
No, that can fight off him because like
Yeah.
Because Itadori can switch back. Like why would he want that?
Yeah. That's a good point.
So like
Also,
I think that his main goal is to switch out. And I don't know if he gets the Kenjaku ability of like being able to take whatever thing he's in because like the way that he talked about Maguhora was if either he wanted to fight him again or he wanted to use him because he goes, all right, let's get a taste.
Yeah, I think he wants to because Megami talked about how nobody's beaten him, so nobody can tame him. I think like Sukuna could beat him and tame him, and then he would have him to use. And then it'd be him and Sukuna. And who's beating that?
Yeah, no one.
Yeah, I don't think Gojo beats that.
Yeah, no, that's not possible.
Yeah, so like, especially because
dude, imagine like, Gojo having to fight off Maguhora and Sakuna at the same time. That's just not possible.
Maguhora would adapt.
Yeah,
Maguhora would adapt and would be untouchable.
He would have to like sole focus on Sakuna, but like how do you give your focus onto someone whenever there's like a beast coming after you like that? I'm probably gonna die here, man. That sucks.
Yeah, so that's my thing that he doesn't want to take over Megami and just kill Itadori.
Yeah. I think that would
but
that's definitely it.
Yeah, but that whole episode was wild.
Yeah,
because
it was.
The ending, whenever Itadori sees like everything destroyed and he sees like fingers like ripping and like blood coming out, and then you hear like the intro, and you finally figure out that the intro is them mocking Itadori. Yeah, it's insane. It's so good. That intro genuinely tells you the entire story.
Really, I never read any of it. Like I never had it translated for me. Oh, you're kidding me! I'm out of ammo. This is not.
What are you talking about?
Like,
I'm talking about like
Oh,
the
what's
intro
happening in
shows like
it? Yeah,
all the,
watching it.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
no,
what's
I
happening
agree.
and it shows all the different super important clips. And
Yeah,
the soundtrack obviously means something now. Like everything in
yeah,
that it correlates to something in the season.
true.
And like you just don't think that at the beginning and then you're like, "Oh, I see that." Then you're like, "Hmm."
That's
And all of a
a little
sudden you're like, "Ah."
suspicious.
It's like, "What happened in season 2?" And you just show the intro and that's like it.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I think that's
Um,
kind of what happened with all of the intros. They always put little hints at shit that's going on. You just never realize it
yes.
until it happens.
Yeah, because like you're like, "Oh, is it just an intro?"
Yeah.
And then it's like, "No, it's not." Um,
Sometimes it's hidden too. Like in the first one, Haibara is like sleeping, and someone looks sad and over top of him, like because he dies in that. And then
yeah,
she
they
punches him, and
lied.
he wakes up, and you're just like, "How dare you?" It's good
Yes.
shit.
I do have a current theory, and I think Utah is coming soon. I've been
Utah's
saying that
probably
every
coming
week,
soon.
but I think he's going to.
Hopefully.
I hope. I hope. I just want to see him.
Yeah, man, he's so
Um.
cute. We're at an
Okay. What
hour.
do you think of the last episode? Your boy finally
That's a
kicked the
sad.
bucket.
I think it's definitely the saddest episode out of all of the show.
Really?
I feel like that's just like, yeah. I mean, what else is sadder? Junpei. Junpei wasn't an
Uh,
established character, you know.
Gate. Uh, Gato like leaving Gojo.
You thought that was sad?
Yeah, Gojo was so
What a
sad.
pussy bitch.
Yeah, but Gojo was sad. He's my baby boy.
I guess that's
He was
fair. Yeah, he
sad.
was sad.
Yeah, he was super sad.
That's fair.
Um, that was sad.
He was about to kill a bunch of people.
Yuta sacrificing himself and him like thinking he had to die at the end.
Yeah, but that wasn't very
I
sad to
mean,
me.
it was to me because he was my favorite character.
Well, that's fair.
So almost seeing him die was pretty sad. Um,
He didn't though.
he didn't, but I didn't know at the time he wasn't.
That's fair.
Um,
I'm not counting it though.
another sad one was whenever I thought Inumaki died in the movie.
You're just pulling
'Cause
up
they all
some
got
random shit because you want to argue for the sake of it.
no, my favorite character. I like Inumaki a lot.
Fair.
So like obviously my favorite character is dying
Yeah,
is
I know
sadder
that,
than
but
the
like,
character who I'm like indifferent about. Like I know Nanami's your favorite, so that
well,
like
he's my
we're
second
arguing the
favorite.
same point.
Well, I
Like
mean, I
obviously
was
the
just
first one
saying
is
from an
better.
objective standpoint because of the fact that the entire episode like was there to
And
be
Yuji
like
saw
an
it.
an honoring for him, and also Itadori saw it.
Yeah, Itadori might have the saddest part of this entire thing. Shocker.
Dude, he's gonna be a sad boy.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, oh wow, I just killed an entire civilization,
Yeah,
and now Nanami is dead.
I'm sad. Yeah, that's definitely. I mean, and Nobara might die next episode. You don't fucking know. She's fighting against
Oh yeah,
Mahito.
Mayonnaise
What the fuck
and
can
Mom.
she do against Mahito? She couldn't even fight against that guy with the hand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
honestly.
like what like honestly.
Well, she's fighting half of Mahito.
What? Who gives a shit? Itadori's fighting half of Mahito and he's not winning. Itadori's way stronger than her.
That is a very fair point. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't forget, but I didn't realize. I didn't put two and two together.
Yeah.
Um. Oh.
Yeah. What the fuck's she gonna do? She's dead.
Yeah, she's dead. May's also dead.
Mei's also
She's
dead.
fighting.
I
Yeah, she's fighting
we've
Kenjaku.
gone like 6 episodes without her.
I know.
She's still
When's
dead.
she coming back? And like
She's-
so many more without Toto.
Oh yeah, but I miss him. I want to kiss him.
He's coming in soon for sure.
Oh totally.
Yeah. Debatably in 3 days.
That'd be
Because we
hype.
record this on Monday for
Yeah.
all the people who do not know.
So the day that we
It goes on
upload
Monday.
this, there's a chance that Toto might make an appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Mahito's walk when he was
Yeah,
like
whenever he
this
was,
and you just
like,
see
yeah.
purple. Yeah. It reminds me a lot of the Creeper from Scooby Doo, and I don't know why.
Fair. I want to explain something in case anyone thinks that I was no, this is not related to you. I put my controller down and I was still shooting while I had both hands in the air. And the explanation was that my trigger hit my leg. I'm not like playing clips.
He's just pulling up clips on YouTube. He's
No,
not
that's not what
playing.
I'm doing. Watch.
Oh, he did it again.
I did it again. Yeah, you're right.
This episode's gonna be so good.
I'm gonna cry.
is, oh yeah.
I'm gonna cry
It's
out
gonna
of
be so
excitement. I don't think it can be sad unless Toto dies next episode. Then I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
A sad one for Caden was Toji dying. He liked Toji a lot.
Oh yeah, no, that's fair. His was pretty sad, especially since it was like he was a poor guy and he never did anything but murder people in his life, and the only thing that he had like pride in was his son, and he was just happy that he didn't make a mistake of selling him, you know,
Yeah.
because he was dead and couldn't sell him.
Not that I'm not trying to disprove your
No,
point.
that's
I'm just
fair.
noting other. Yeah.
No, that's a
Um,
valid one. I didn't think of that one.
yeah, I didn't think of it till right now.
Mm.
But only because I was like, oh, I wonder what Megumi's doing. But he's
That's
kind of
fair. What?
dead.
Well, he's not. He's healed
He's
ish.
technically alive.
He's
Yeah,
healed.
he's alive. He's
Yeah.
alive enough.
Yeah. So
Where he
live
isn't
enough
gonna
that's not
die.
gonna. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like okay, I'm okay with him being here.
Um, who else we haven't seen Inumaki in a while
True.
either. We saw him
He
last
just yelled "shit
next
yourself."
Thursday. Yeah, imagine you did that to Gato
Yeah.
or
Well, actually, we
Kenjaku.
saw Inumaki's head in an episode recently, but he didn't do anything.
Yeah, well, he might be coming up soon then, hopefully.
Hopefully, that'd be cool.
Which of the two episodes did you think was better?
Definitely the Malevolent Kitchen one. Like, it just was a much cooler episode, and it was like animated in a way that would make it feel like IMAX, and I love that. I love when specifically Jujutsu Kaisen does that, but I love when anime do that. It's so cool. I love it.
Yeah, it was so good. I would definitely agree, but I think this one was like a slight dip before something insane again.
I don't think this one was bad in the slightest. I honestly thought
No,
it
I
had
don't
more
either.
detail
I
with
think
her
it went like
animation.
I think it was like kind of like so it was like
It was like a 9 instead of a 10.
9999995
Yeah.
999999996, and then it's
Yeah.
gonna go back up to 99.
Yeah, exactly. No, I get you. I
Yeah.
get that completely.
I still think Gojo is going to become unsealed by the end of this.
I don't know, man. I've seen some tweets about Gigi. Gigi really doesn't like Gojo. Like she wants to like multiple comments about like getting rid of that guy at every turn. I think he's not going to be back for a while.
I mean, I guess we'll see at the end.
That's
but
true.
I would believe he has to come back, or I think. Well, technically now Sukuna wouldn't destroy everything.
Skylar will stop watching the show if Gojo doesn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna rage quit. I'm gonna write the nastiest Yelp review.
Jujutsu Kaisen is the worst TV show of all time.
Yeah,
Quoted by Skylar.
it will no longer be a 9/9, as I will give it 0 stars.
That makes sense. Super valid.
Yeah, especially if Yuta does not come in the show soon.
Yeah, that's when Skylar will really riot then.
Yeah, that's when I riot. If I go the entire season, I don't see. How many do we have left? Isn't it like 5? Is it 5?
Something like that. We're at episode 18 right now.
18.
Out of 22, 23.
That would put us at like 5.
Something like
if that's correct.
That sounds right.
Well, they have basically until the end of the year to give me Yuta before I rage.
True. And Skylar will stop watching the show, become its #1 hater, and death threats to every person a part of it.
Yeah.
That's Skylar's MO. It's his favorite tactic.
It is. It works every time.
Every time, basically, yeah. Well, that's all the time that we have today on the Mediak podcast. Well, technically, that's not true. If we really wanted to, we could probably go for another hour, but I don't really want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I guess we'll leave it here. Skylar, do you have any quarrels?
Yuta better be here in 3 weeks.
In 3 weeks, or do you want him this week?
Within 3 weeks.
Within 3 weeks. There it is. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, closing statements are Skylar will murder Gigi.
Rage.
If Yuta doesn't come in the next 3 weeks, or Gojo is still sealed by the end of the season. So
yes.
Yeah.
Those are my 2 conditions.
Just know that U.S. government and Japanese government be on the lookout. He's coming.
Yeah, and my name is Zach McCullough.
No, all right. Well, I guess we'll see you guys next week with the review of the next episode of JJK. And I honestly am not gonna lie, I can't remember what movie I wrote down in the schedule. So
I don't remember either.
TBD. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.